I figured with this fight, he was going to be a tough guy because, all the crap everybody was talking about him, that first round knockout, that first round knockout. He obviously learned from that fight with Spence. We are the WBC mandatory, the winner of Charlo and Sue, hopefully.
Good morning. The infamous The Morning After. What a great turnout last night. You guys really turned out for live stream commentary for a fight that wasn't considered that big of a fight, the Fundora versus Ocampo card. I want to say this, though. Great night of fights, which goes to the point where, it wasn't a big major card, but the fights were great, right? Shout out to Martinez beating Cajas, saying, hey, look, man, I am the IBF champion. Fantastic fight there. Carlos Adames, which we have to talk about, beating the hell out of Montreal, making short work of him. Hold on, let me get my black 2 sugars. We have to talk about that because Adames, I've been looking at him for a while. I'm not sure if you guys remember back in the day, which was a Wednesday, by the way. I got that from Dane Cook. But no, I'm not sure if you guys remember when he beat my friend, my brother, Frank Galarza, the Notorious. Love you, boy. Family still asleep. I remember because Frank Galarza was wearing like the Hard Knock Nights live socks. He was wearing our socks. And Carlos Adames knocked him out, made short work of him. He was brought to my attention then. Let me get my black 2 sugars. And I think he lost to Tajera or something like that. And went on to beat Sergey Derevchenko, okay, and now beating the hell out of Montreal, like opponents of Jamal Charlo, and he's ranked number one. That means he's the best now. And obviously, naturally, it makes you think about a matchup between Jamal Charlo and Adames, which everybody would love to see that fight. But I'm mostly just not into hyping that. I'm just into seeing them fight again. I would like to see Jamal Charlo in the ring again. Carlos Adames in the ring again, wherever. And he said himself, yeah, of course he wants Jamal Charlo, but he'll fight anybody. I'm sure he'll want to fight Triple G too, right? I'm very excited about Carlos Adames, and I'm excited about any fighters who are fighting, not sitting back, but fighting. Now let's talk about Fundora versus Ocampo. Fundora put on a masterclass. There was a lot of things about his performance that I was extremely, extremely happy about. Like, he was on purpose working on, his jab, which looked phenomenal, especially at 6'6", however tall he is, and dropping that straight left hand down the pipe. But then he started fighting up close for the people, and he was showing this defense, right, that I was making fun of. Talking about, my life will never be the same. He had this shoulder roll, James Toney-esque, inside in a phone booth type of defense that was accompanying his offense. He was punishing Ocampo in the exchanges. He dominated Ocampo. I know the official scorecard had the fight closer, and I was just like, there was a time when I was really, really concerned about Ocampo's life. And if you guys can update me in the comments below, I would love to know if he's okay. Even after the fight, though, he walked away from it. I don't know, man. I've you become a little, you have scars, okay, after calling fights, like Dadashev and stuff, and you saw Dadashev walk away, but he fainted in the back and stuff like. So it just, these guys give their lives, and you can't help but to be concerned. But he got out of it, and Ocampo, I would like to see him again. Showed a tremendous amount of heart, and it takes 2 fighters. Once again, it takes 2 fighters to make a great fight. And I'm saying that knowing that Devin the Dream Haney versus Kambosos is ahead of us. A lot of us, I've said that Devin the Dream Haney is a boring fighter overall, though I'm not, I don't really consider him a boring fighter. It's not about me. Most people, when seeing him, was like, okay, because every round looks the same. But my thing is, it's also the responsibility of the other fighter, the opponent in the ring. There's 2 people in there. I said the same thing about Adesanya, okay, in the UFC. Kambosos is going to have to do his job to make the fight entertaining to watch. I don't think Kambosos was, taking the risk in the first fight because he knew that the second fight was automatic. So back to Ocampo, what he did in there, it could have been a one-sided affair. It could have been a snoozer, but Ocampo kept punching. He kept swinging. And there was a time when the ref was really talking about stopping it, even in between rounds. And Ocampo said, hell no, not today. Okay. He really put his life on the line. Fundora, did you hear this with Fundora, like comparing his performance when he kept Errol Spence in mind?
Instead of Spence come with the body, but I was like, that's the only way that's going to stop him. I saw in the middle of the rounds with the uppercut, the left uppercut to the stomach, and I was like, oh, that's going to slow him down. So I might as well take that tip.
I knew that. I knew it. Leading up to the card, you guys, I know you recall me saying, you can't help but to think about what Errol Spence did, Ocampo, knocking him out with a body shot. What was that, the first round? And you just kind of look at Fundora. You know that Errol the True Spence is going up to 154 soon enough if he fights Terrence Bud Crawford or not. So, yeah, Fundora was keeping that in mind. Also, he called out Jermell Charlo, which that's great. See, he's in a perfect position to take on a Jermell Charlo, see how he does there. I would want that fight to be a trilogy because that would be war. It'd be hell. I would love that fight 3 times. And if he were to get past Jermell Charlo, because we know Errol the True Spence and Jermell Charlo being in the same stable, they won't fight each other. If Fundora were to beat Jermell Charlo, that is a for sure future fight matchup between Errol the True Spence and Fundora. I would love to know what you all think in the comments below. Showbiz for adult. Getting ready for Who Dat? My Saints and my fantasy team is doing excellent this year. Let me know, man, how your fantasy team is doing. And I'm out.
Who do you plan on calling out?
We are the WBC mandatory, but with the winner of Charlo and Sue, hopefully, or any of the top 10, I'll take any.